Peace, peace, peace. Okay, so listen, I am so excited. Okay, to the person or to the people that's out there, I really want you to know that you have what it takes. I like listen, I could never give you anything. Everything is already within you. If you start tapping into your powers, and when I mean tapping into your powers, when you start facing yourself, okay, then your life is really going to change. I used to once say that knowledge was powerful. It's not knowledge just powerful. Because you could read all the books, you could regurgitate the information. But if you're not putting action to it, right, then what good is the information that you are learning? What good is the books that you are reading if you're not putting the action behind it? Okay. So I'm gonna share with you guys. Hey Daniela, peace to you, baby, peace to you, peace to you. I'm gonna share with you guys how if you want your life to change, your life will change. And let me tell you something. You don't have to be really smart, okay? You don't have to be um um a genius when it comes to this, okay? Only thing you have to be is willing, okay? You have to be willing. You have to be willing. So, this is what I mean when I say if you want your life to change, you are more than capable of having your life to change. A few months ago, right, I felt stagnated. I was feeling somewhat experiencing depression, right? So to the people that's out there that's like, well, could you still experience depression even if you had your spiritual awakening? The answer is yes. Yes. Remember, you are having a human experience. So you're still going to feel these emotions, right? These you still going to experience whether is anxiety, you still may experience depression, but I have good news for you. Okay. Awareness is your best friend. Okay. Awareness is your best friend. I remember I was reading this book, and I told you guys before, every time my mentor, Bob Proctor, every time he would mention a book in his videos, I would immediately go to Amazon and put the book in a cart. Okay, this is a multi-millionaire. You think I'm not gonna listen to, the books and stuff that he's suggesting? Yes, I am. If he read those books and a multi-millionaire is what I'm becoming, then I shall do what the multi-millionaires are doing. Okay. And so I had got this book by Vernon Howard, and it's called the Mystic Path to Cosmic Power. Okay, and in that book, Vernon Howard he talks about if you feel depressed or if you feel whatever type of way, he says awareness is great because awareness is going to allow you to change how you feel because you can't change anything if you're not aware of it. So I was in this place and I whenever I feel uncomfortable, like if I'm doing the same thing over and over, it's so embedded in me that all right, Dina, we need to do something different, right? Because I get this uncomfortableness, and I really don't care for it, okay? And so if when I feel that way, I know I need to do something radical. I know I need to do something life changing. I know I have to, do something different than what I normally would do. And so I went on Google and pretty much I was looking for adult outings because I remember one time on the radio I had heard that is different places that you can go and have like connect with friends, like, make friendships and stuff like that for adults, right? So I went on Google and I pretty much was looking up new adventures, adult outings and stuff like that. So it was a website that came up called Meetup, right? Meetup. And if you are a person that's just like, I want more from life, I want to develop, I want to develop new friendships and stuff like that. Meetup is a great place, whereas though they have yoga, meditation, workouts. They have friendship, like, developing new friendships, relationship advice. They have like so many different options on here that you can just choose from. Okay. And I wanted to challenge myself. And so it was this group, this host that was hosting this event for as meeting and developing new friendships, right? What women. It was like a women's group. And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm just jumping in, okay? Full body, not just my toes getting wet. I'm jumping in full body, okay? And so I went on there and I registered myself, whatever. I don't know nobody, honey. I don't know nobody on here, okay? And it showed like so many women that was going to be attending this event. And the event, it was on Zoom. And I don't know about the next person, but on Zoom, I used to be so terrified to speak. Okay. It was once upon a time where as though, and this was even after I was doing the videos, it was once upon a time where as though I wouldn't even want to I would turn my camera on to face myself, to face my fears. Okay. But it was once upon a time where as though I would be like, oh my goodness, I can't speak. All right. I don't know these people. These people gonna judge me. These people, right? But what I started doing was I started facing myself. Okay. And I remember it was one group that was on Facebook, and I wanted to speak and I was not gonna allow the fear to hold me back. Okay. And I was so nervous. And I told the guy who was hosting the Facebook group, who was over it, whatever, and it was probably like 30 people on there. I spoke, okay, but before I spoke, I let them know. I said, I am afraid, I am nervous, okay, and I let them know, because this is one of the things that you gotta realize. It's not only you. A lot of times we think that, oh, I'm the only one that's experiencing this. I'm the only one that's afraid to speak. I'm the only one that's afraid to, comment and say, no, it's not only you. You remember when you was a kid, and if you had a dope teacher, okay, I mean, your teacher was like, she was, or he was passionate about their job. One of the things they would say was this. They'd say, if you have a question, no question is ever dumb, right? If you have a question, raise your hand, because most likely is other students in this class that may have their same exact question, right? And so that's how you got to look at your life, okay? Whenever you join Zoom calls or join other gatherings or whatever it is, if you have a question, speak up, because that's the only way that you are going to get the answer to the question. Okay, no question is ever stupid. So moving forward, okay. So the guy back then, okay, he was like, oh, it's okay if you nervous. He was like, but look, like you did it, like you talking now to us, right? And that just gave me like it just soothed the fear. Okay, I still was a little nervous, but it did something for me, because that let me know that other people most likely experiencing the same exact nervousness, and the other people that feel like they can't speak up, the other people that don't want to be seen, whatever, I'm gonna let them know, like, listen, I was afraid to do it, and you may be afraid to do it as well, but you have the power to change your damn life. Okay, so speak up. So that's another reason why I let people know, whatever it is that I'm feeling. I'm very transparent and I'm very vulnerable. Okay, letting you guys know whatever it is I'm growing through. So I did this. So the group, the day of, okay, the anticipation, I was like feeling some type of way. I sent my sister the link. I was like, listen, I'm going to this event. It's a Zoom thing, is, online. You meet different women, okay? And we connect with them. And I was like, I sent her the link. I was like, come on, you should do it, right? And she did it. And so the host pretty much, she went around, everybody had to introduce themselves and say, I guess like what line of work they was in and where they was from and stuff like that. And so the host, she had these cards, and the cards pretty much, you had to answer based upon what the card suggested. So she would say, who was the person that you let down, or name a time where as though you felt let down, and you had to pretty much elaborate. So that was my question. So I answered the question, and I met another young lady, and this young lady name is Johnetta. Okay, so at the end of the event, the host, she was saying, pretty much like, everybody leave their email account on the chat. So if somebody feel a connection, they could, reach out to you and stuff like that. So it's so weird, okay? Because me and Johnetta, like, we started. Now, I don't know Johnetta from a can of paint at this time. I didn't know her. I didn't know nothing about her. It was my first time being part of this group, whatever. So Johnetta, she sent me a message. And as she was sending me a message, I was sending her a message. So about synchronicities. And so we connected. And ever since that day, we have been meeting up. I have a book club that we, right now we going over the book, The Power of the Subconscious Mind. You guys know this is my favorite book. I have another book that's coming today. Ooh, The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. I'm so excited for that book because I have heard so many phenomenal things about this book. And I cannot wait to open up the first page so I could read the book. Okay. And for me, reading books, right, is I love to read, but also is the application, right? Is the application, is me taking what the book said and then applying it to my own life, is really that. Okay. And so from me connecting with Johnetta, I found out a few things about her. So she's currently like writing a book or something. Also, she has a podcast. Okay. And so she had invited me to come onto her podcast to pretty much just talk about my life, how I got started and things of that nature. So I am excited. The podcast is in New York, is in Manhattan, and it's tomorrow at 11 a.m. I'm so excited. And this is what I mean when I say, if you want your life to change, your life will change, because you are going to take the necessary steps in order for it to change. Okay. Nobody could have told me last year, like, oh, Dina, you're going to be on a podcast, right? Every year, your life, it should be getting better. Every month, you should be learning something new. Every day, you should be learning at least one new thing, whether it's from you reading a book, whether it's from you going to a new place. But you should be learning something new each and every day. Because why? Because you deserve it. Because why? Because you are evolving. Our spirit is always looking for expansion. Okay? It always wants to grow. So I am excited. And this is what I wanted to share with you guys. Do understand all the power and everything is within you. Okay, nobody could ever give you anything in a sense where as though, it's like they caused you to change your life. No, you wanted to change your life. And so that's why you do certain things, whether it's you buying a book, give yourself credit, whether it's you buying that book, whether it's you showing up to that meeting, whether it's you attending that mastermind, whatever it is, give yourself some credit. Because why? Because you are showing up. Because why? Because you see that you deserve it. Because why? Because you see you are the creator of your reality. Why? Because you know that in order for your life to change, is on you, no one outside of you. And so with that being said, I catch you guys On the next one, I'm gonna take a few days off of social media, just so I can have time to myself, um and I'm gonna still make content, but behind the scenes, and then I'm gonna upload. But I've been getting a download for a minute for me to take time out for myself, and so that's what I'm gonna do. Make sure you guys keep rocking out, keep on believing in yourself. Do know that it's possible. It don't have to make sense to no one, okay? But it makes sense to you, and you was given a vision, and that's why you are going to show up for yourself. You're going to show up for yourself when you're afraid. Yes, yes. You're going to show up for yourself when you don't have all the information. And that's where mainly the fear comes from, is because you don't have enough information, because it's something new, because you don't have enough reps then, okay? And so that's why you may be afraid. But let me tell you something, okay? If I can do it, I know you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it as well. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.